Ciao Bella, welcome to Bella Uncinetto. I'm Christina and I'm so glad that you're here with me today. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. No matter how long you've been here, I always appreciate your time. We are in the final days before my birthday. So the day that you're watching this is March 21st, and that means that tomorrow is my birthday. So this whole week from Sunday, March 15th to Sunday, March 22nd, I'm going to be putting out videos. I have been putting out videos about some of the places that I've been while I've been here in Sicily. And I also have this wonderful coloring book that I am starting on, this new picture. And each day that I've come on, I have been coloring a page and telling you a little bit about this particular place. This is a coloring book. I'll show you. I found this while I was cleaning up my house. My daughter has so many art supplies, and we were going through and just like, why do we have 25 of these? Or, whatever the case may be. And I came across this coloring book. She said she didn't want it anymore. She'd never even used it, but we bought it on one of our travels, and it was like all these different places in Sicily. And I thought it might be fun for her because she does love to color and do things like that. But she never opened it. So I decided that this year for my birthday celebration week, I would use it. So since I've been on the YouTube streets, I've been doing something in celebration for my birthday. So the time between my grandfather's birthday and my birthday, that whole week I've done something to celebrate my birthday. My grandfather was a very special person in my life, and I honor him as well in doing this. So I like doing these things. I like sharing this time with you all because normally I don't make this many videos. So, excuse me. I have been concentrating in this book on places that I've been. So there are 14 pages. But I'm only concentrating really on places that I've been to and that I've made videos of. Because there's a couple of places in here that I've been to, but I didn't make a video about. And then there's some places that I haven't been to, which I hope I'll be rectifying the haven't been to part soon for some of it, but we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen. So the other part of this celebration, right, is a giveaway. So every day, starting March 16th until today, I've been giving you a letter, and I'll give you the final letter today. And I'm not giving them to you in order, right? But I'm giving them to you, and they create a word or phrase. And in tomorrow's video, so on my actual birthday, I want you to put, if you know the word or phrase, I want you to put I know in the comments. And then email me, right? And if you email me the correct word or phrase, then I will put your name on a list. Now, I was going to do the video for the winner on the 23rd, but someone pointed out to me, that's going to be difficult to do, which is true. So I do want to give people a little bit of time. So I'll give you, let me look at my calendar just so I give you the exact date. So I will go until the 24th of March for emails, and then I will draw the winner on Wednesday, March 25th. Mainly because I don't want to leave it too long, right? But also that next week is my spring break, and I want to enjoy myself. And trying to count and do all these things, and it can be a little overwhelming sometimes when it comes to the YouTube videos. Not that I'd mind them, just sometimes it can be a little much. And I don't want to have to consider that while I'm relaxing. I mean, I'll be home right? I'm not going anywhere, but I just want to relax for a little bit. So I'm gonna do the announcement and all of that before my break starts. But I'm gonna give you until March 24th to email me, and then I will draw the winner on the 25th. So you have uh, until that time. Now it's gonna be March 24th for me, not necessarily March 24th for you, because if I waited until March 24th for you guys, it would already be March 25th for me. So, just keep that in mind, okay? So, the place that we're talking about today, if you've seen the title of the video, oh, the prize. I didn't tell you the prize. So, if you guess the word or phrase correctly, your name will go onto a list, and I will draw from that list for the prize. And the prize will be either, oh, hold on. The prize will either be $25 PayPal, US dollars PayPal, or yarn from my stash, which I will curate for you based on a conversation that we have. And you get to kind of tell me things that you like, if you have allergies, that kind of stuff, right? So I will curate a box for you if you wish. Okay? And those are the prizes, right? Those are the options. So there will only be one winner, but you have the choice of your prize. So today we are going to go to the ancient city of Segesta. Now, I've been to Segesta, and I thought it was a wonderful place. We went in October. It is in the Trapani region of Sicily, and we went when we went to Trapani, so when we went to the salt pans and all of that. We also went to Segesta. It's not that far from the city of Trapani itself. It's about 25-30 minutes from there, which isn't bad. And it was definitely worth the time. It's not just, so in the description box, I will have the video that I did about Segesta linked. And in that video's description box, I have links for Segesta, like different information and things. So I'm not going to link that information in this video because it's already linked in another video, but I will link that video. But there are some things surrounding it that, archaeology is not sure about, who it actually belonged to, those kinds of things. So some believe that it belonged to the Elami people, and the Elami people were people who settled in Sicily. And before I came to Sicily, I'd never even heard of the Elami people. I didn't even know that that was a thing. I didn't know that was a group of people. So I have been fascinated ever since, learning everything that I can about this group of people, because I'm just like, wow, this is like a whole new culture for me to study and learn about and find out about. And it wasn't until I went to the Trapani region, and a tour guide was telling us about these people, and I was like, wait, I've never heard of these people. Like, that's so cool. So I started researching and learning everything that I could, and it has been really, really interesting. So, of course, a lot of the research says they can't verify it, but if it belonged to the Elami people, but it did. Legend has it that the people who settled there were people who survived the Trojan War. Okay, true or not, that's what the legend says. Okay, but part of what happened in Segesta was they thought they had support of a certain group of people, and then they didn't have support from those people, and the city used to be really, really powerful. And there were temples and there were all of these. I mean, it was a beautiful city. When you go, uh, if you go or if you watch the video, there, there's the temple, and then you have to go up, 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 up to see the rest of what so far has been excavated. There's a theater. There's parts of the city. It is really, really interesting. But of course, it's not all excavated, and I couldn't see all of it. There was another spot that I really wanted to go see, but at that point, I had already walked around and I had walked up to the temple, and I couldn't walk up to the theater. There was a bus, and thank goodness for the bus because I would not have gotten up to that theater otherwise. Um, Even in my personal peak condition, I would never have made it up that. It's not even a hill. It's like just shy of a mountain in my mind. Right? If you watch the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. I mean, it was beautiful and stunning and amazing up there, but it was definitely more than I could have done on my own. So I'm very glad that there was a bus there. But because I had walked to the temple and I had walked around there, we looked around. It was so beautiful, so breathtaking. I'm sorry, hold on just one second, please. Okay, I'm back. So it was absolutely stunning at the temple. And then we went over and you had to get a ticket to pay to ride the bus. It wasn't much, but you still had to pay. And then we went up and we walked all around the theater and some of the other areas that were over there by the theater. And then there was this little spot where you could stop for the bus to pick you back up, but you could also walk across and over and up. It wasn't a big hill. It definitely wasn't as big as the hill that the bus brought you up. But there was no way. After all of that, and my ankle had started to swell, and I was so uncomfortable at that point. I was like, there's no way that I'm going to be able to make this happen. And I desperately wanted to see it. And my daughter definitely did not. She was done at that point. She was like, I'm tired of this, Grandpa. If you know the movie, then you understand. If you don't know the movie, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But she was done. And I was like, okay. But at some point I would like to go back. It's not a big part. It's not even like I saw most of it. Excuse me. Even, and this does not have anything to do with Segesta, but even when we went to Tintagel, when I was with Sam, I had to choose. I had to choose which part I went to see. And you guys do not even, I don't know if you would even realize how much that broke my heart. That I had to choose. Like, I was in a place that I have only ever dreamed of. And I had to choose because I couldn't physically do it. And that really, really, really broke my heart. I mean, I was so happy to be there. Don't get me wrong. But I was like, oh my God, I have to choose. I have to choose. And the whole way I was like, okay, I've got to figure it out because I was looking and looking and looking online. I was like, there's no way that I can do all that. Um, my leg just won't let me. Sadly, I wish, but no. So, we got to see, like I said, a lot of it. It really was amazing learning all of these things. And they did a really good job of putting up signs and kind of showing you because one of the things about like the town area, you can actually walk among all of those things, whether they were pathways or streets or parts of people's houses, right? Like you can walk all around the theater. Um, a lot of places, they have signs that say, don't touch this, don't touch that. I mean, I'm sure they would hope that you wouldn't touch it, but they don't have those things there. And so while we weren't like, laying on them and getting oils all over the rocks, it was nice to be able to walk in and amongst the places to really kind of get a feel for what it might have looked like, right? Because all you have are accounts and conjecture, right? But that conjecture can be based on a decent hypothesis, right? It can be based on our best idea of what this used to be and based on evidence from other things in the surrounding area from the time. So I don't say that in a negative sense. I say it in like this is the best that we have to go off of. Um and it really was a very lovely um place. And I will put uh well, if you are interested in learning anything about the LME people, if you go to the video on Segesta that will be linked in the description box and at the end of this video, you will see the link that I have about the park of Segesta, and you can look them up and do some research on your own if you're interested. Um, some people are, and some people are like, no thanks, I'll just use my other knowledge for something else. And that's fine. Not everybody's interested in the same things. But I just thought it was fascinating to just learn about a new culture. It's like when I was teaching during COVID and I was teaching online, uh, there were some kids that I had that were from Puerto Rico. And we had to do this, I had the kids do this assignment. And they were telling me about these people that, I mean, I have family that's in Puerto Rico, and I didn't know about the indigenous people that were there. Like I didn't know the names of the culture. I didn't know any of that, right? So they were teaching me, and I was fascinated, right? I was like, wow, I didn't know that. That's so cool. Thank you so much for sharing that information with me. Like I want to go and learn about all of these people. And I did. Like I went and I looked them up and I learned what I could, And I don't know what that was. Hold, please. Okay, sorry. The lovely little kitty kitties that we have staying with us decided to get into some things, and they're just being curious. They didn't break anything, but it is interesting having more than one animal. Everybody's like, you need to get your cat a friend. Well, these friends are chaos. So, I mean, they're not permanent. They're definitely not permanent. But um, in watching them for someone, um, I've noticed that my daughter's cat uh, definitely wants to play. Like he wants to engage. I don't think that he really knows how, and he did come from a place with other cats, so he's used to having other cats around. But these cats are still very, very skittish. And I know it's a new place, and I know that they're just trying to figure it out, but it was, it's been interesting for sure. So, anyway, like I was saying, the learning about new people, right, from my students from Puerto Rico, that was really cool. Being able to um, find out um, more about so many cultures was I don't know. That stuff really, really interests me. I could happily traverse around ruins and if my legs would let me, right? If my legs would let me. That's the thing. But I will say that since um, within this last year, I have been doing better. My leg has been getting better. My ankle is not 100% healed for sure. I don't know that it ever will be, but it is better than it was. And um, I'm able to do at least a little bit more than I was before. Um, I don't feel the pain as much towards the end of the day. I don't feel it doesn't swell as much like it used to. So it's definitely improving, but it has been a very slow process. So going to Segesta, um, if you have mobility issues, um, definitely utilize the resources of the bus. It's not impossible, right? It's definitely not impossible. It's not something that would be insurmountable in any sense, but it would be definitely something you would need to take your time with. You would need to be prepared to do a lot of walking around, um, lots of movement, and lots of steps. Lots of steps. Not stairs in the sense, I mean, there are at the theater, there are stairs, but it's a lot of walking. So if walking is not something that you are comfortable with doing, I would take that into consideration because there is a lot. Yes. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate on some of these colors because this picture is not super detailed like some of the other ones are. So, like, I'm almost done. But it is, like some of the little details, like the flowers and things. Um, I was saying before about how it was a very powerful city at one time, and they thought that they had the backing of the Greeks and the Romans and this and that. And turned out everyone pretty much abandoned them. And the website does a really good job of like talking about how the city fell to ruin, how it was rediscovered, all of those things. It does a really good job of sharing that information. So I'm not going to give you a whole lot because I think that if you go to the other video and you check out the information that's there, you'll definitely maybe learn more than what I'm telling you for sure. But it really, oh, not that one. It really has been an honor so far to be here and to be able to explore and share this with my kids. Like, I always used to say when I was growing up that I was going to travel the world. And nobody believed me. They were like, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. You can dream, dream, dream. If you could dream of any place you wanted to go, where would it be? And I would say everywhere. And they were like, that's not possible. Maybe. Sorry, hold one more time, please. Okay, so. I don't remember where we were. But I just have a little bit more to do. And then I can show you my picture. So, oh, I have to give you the letter for today. I have not done that yet. So, the letter for today is T. T. So remember that this is a word or phrase. I'm trying to stress that point so that you understand. It's a word or phrase. Okay? And hopefully that's helpful. I don't know what will be helpful or not helpful or whatever. But that's what we have. Okay? So I'm just going to finish up here. And voila! Now I will say that this here, this is an absolute lie. Because this is that hill that I was telling you about, the really big one. That this is not this little rinky-dink path here. That's not how this works at all. No. So do not be deceived by this little path here. That's not how that works. But this is my picture of Segesta. And the one that they colored in. So I hope that you have enjoyed it. I hope that you are enjoying this week. And come back tomorrow with me when we color the final picture. And I won't be giving you any more clues like letters, but you'll be able to let me know whether or not you've guessed. And maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe something else will happen. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. But until I see you again, be well, be safe, and be the change you wish to see in the world, everyone. Ciao bella!